of Black Marriage Chronicles. We have the Maynards here, Ken and Brandy Maynard. Did I get it right?
Yes.
All right, yeah. So I really have the wife to thank for this because it was initially going to do it virtually. The wife was like, we want to go in person. So Ms. Maynard, thank you so very much. I appreciate you taking the time to do this personally. This is my first couples interview live and in person. So again, this is I might be a little nervous, but I'm excited about doing this.
Okay.
The purpose of this channel really is to promote Black marriage, promote Black love. My uncle used to always tell me that one of the ways to bring back the Black community is through marriage.
Right.
And I really believe this is a pathway to do that, and to also give other couples a template from which to work with in the event that they have trouble in their marriage. How long have you guys been married?
I'll be 5 years in June.
5 years. Okay, awesome. And just to let people know, you just got to put in the work. Marriage is not easy, but if you put in the work, it's definitely rewarding.
Right.
I say I've been married myself 5 years. It'll be 5 years for us in the August the 18th.
Yeah, I thought y'all was separate.
Yep.
I thought you and wife was separate.
So it's
congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. You as well, brother. And I just think it's important that we uplift one another. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And encourage one another. One of the things also I want to do, aside from doing this, is I want to form a coalition of Black men who are married and strengthen each other. You know what I'm saying? In that area, because sometimes we fall by the wayside. You know what I'm saying? And we need other brothers to kind of help lift us up, But again, thank you so much for coming in.
Pleasure.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me a little bit about yourself. How did you guys meet? How long you already told me how long you've been married. Give me some background on your marriage.
We met on social media. We've been friends for over.
Do me a favor, Miss Brandy. Bring that mic a little closer to you. Just bring it. Just roll it in. Okay, go ahead.
We've been friends over a decade.
Okay.
We were friends, and more time I spent with her, the more I liked her.
Okay.
She rebuffed me at first. But I kept coming.
You kept coming.
I kept coming.
It's a little deeper for me because I made a Facebook group and he got added to it.
Okay.
Right.
And so, I would see him in there and, we were interacting with a lot of other people and we would have a lot of little parties and we did a lot of stuff, with the people within the group. So I brought like a lot of people together. So a lot of people started knowing each other and, and he was in there and I guess he was watching me the whole time.
He was watching it.
It was
he wasn't lightweight stalking, was he?
I was her secret admirer. She just didn't know it. She
didn't know it.
Okay.
Right. And the group was a little funny, crazy, cool, all that together. So he kind of knew me. I didn't have to sugarcoat anything because he already knew I was kind of crazy.
Okay.
But yeah, it was like I made a group and found my husband in it.
Oh, awesome. Tell me, how did he propose to you? No, Ken, I want you to tell me, how did you propose? Well, let's see if you get this right, because some men don't get it right. And the women always remember it a little bit differently.
Well, it was a crazy story.
Okay. And let me say this.
Okay.
We went to school together.
Yes, sir.
So I had Billy Woods and his wife on there.
Okay.
Oh my God.
They've been together forever.
Yeah, they've been together forever. But the story that they had like 3 different versions of the proposal. So you'll have to watch that episode. It was hilarious. But they was absolutely engaged. It was a pleasure to interview them. But go ahead.
Ours is kind of intriguing.
Okay.
There's only one version.
Okay.
Me and her went on a trip as friends
and
came home engaged. And let me explain. So we went on a trip, me and her, and had a wonderful time, brother. And I didn't want it to end.
Okay.
I didn't. But I didn't anticipate what was going to happen. So we had a layover. We had took the car back, and we had some time to go to the airport. So we went to the mall.
Mm-hmm.
And we went a few places. And the last place we went into was the jewelry store.
Okay.
And, bro, it just all came together.
Wow.
She picked out her ring, just looking. And,
so when she picked it out, was she just picking it out like, oh, this was what I like?
I was just...
Yeah, which one would you like?
I did not go in there thinking. I was just like, wow,
The ring she got on today.
I'm like, it's a sales in here. And so I just went in there. Not trying to throw no hints.
Yeah.
Or nothing.
but let me add one thing. Before she went in, she said, let's go in here. And she gave me a look. And I looked at her like, going here. So we went in there, and
I
let her
like
finish.
The jewelry store.
Yeah, I let her finish.
Right. So I'm looking and, looking, and then I see one, and the guy like, oh, that's the deal of the day. And I'm like, oh, because I had liked it, but I turned around and he was proposing. And that's how it happened.
Right there in the store.
It just all clicked for me, brother.
Okay.
I on everything I love, and she's serious. We had no intention, but I don't know what it was, man. I in my mind, I was thinking I didn't want this to end. I didn't want us to go back home and she go home and I go home. I wanted to stay together.
Yeah.
That was my mindset.
Yeah.
So when we went in here and she picked out the ring and my man was hollering at me like, woo, woo. In my mind, I was like, I'm going to do it right here. So I told him, but I didn't tell her.
Yeah.
So he was, once everything, we made the transaction, he was like, I was like, bring it over here. I got on my knees and I asked her to marry me.
Wow.
And that's how it went, brother. We've been together ever since.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you feel, Brandy, when you did it? Were you crying? Were you overwhelmed?
I wasn't crying.
She was happy though, bro. She so what I love about her, she like a dude. She like my bro.
Okay.
But she fine.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Right.
She like my bro. I could kick it with her. We kick. That's how we,
Yeah.
And I had never seen her.
Be your best friend.
Right. I had never seen her that excited.
Okay.
When it happened, she's so cool with it. I just thought she was gonna be like, "Bet, all right, let's do this." And she was happy. You know what I'm saying? And that made me happy. And we ain't looked back since, brother.
That's what's up.
We haven't looked back since.
I truly believe that. How old were you when you proposed, Ken?
Let me see. I was 47. I might be 52, 47. I was 44.
44.
I was 44.
Just my personal opinion. Everybody don't have to subscribe to this, but I really don't believe men are ready to get married until they're in their late 30s. Like, because we still got a lot of growing to do. Women, y'all be so, and I used to hate to admit this, y'all so much more mature than we are.
Yep.
And y'all be ready for stuff that we not even thinking about. So for me, I think that was a good and when you know, and that's why it happened the way that it did.
Yeah, I truly agree with you, brother. It takes a man, I believe, to mature to a certain age to realize just because you can don't mean you should.
Right.
The repercussions of your actions. We both been young.
Yeah.
I'm sure you dealt with it when you was young. All the stuff you done in your life.
Right.
And it's hard. And sometimes it's hard to be faithful.
Yeah, absolutely.
To you don't really think what this action you're going to do is going to affect someone that you say you love. And I believe it takes us to see the hurt that maybe we put out. And when you going to do it again, you say, I'm not going to make those same mistakes.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you tend to, there was a time in my life where I went back, because, Ken know me, we grew up together. I hurt some women, some decent women, but I had to go back and apologize, not because I was trying to get back with them, but just to let them know it wasn't them. Because sometimes you carry those scars with you.
Right.
But when you say it wasn't them, it wasn't them. They wasn't the one.
That's another way.
And that's just
absolutely, yeah.
That's just what it is. It's not the fact that they wasn't doing everything that they should have done and all that. Mm-hmm. They just wasn't the one for you. Okay. Yeah. I think men do things for who they want to do. If the right person come along, they'll do things that they said they wouldn't do before.
Right.
Any woman is not going to do that for them. It takes the one.
Absolutely.
You don't have to apologize because they wasn't the one.
Well, he's apologized for the behavior that hurt
he
people.
probably did.
He grew up this. I told this is an old part legend. He had it all. He was that guy. So
but I appreciate that, bro. But yes, tell me, has either one of you been married before?
I have been married previously.
Okay. Yeah. Did you know that going into it, Brandy?
Yeah.
You did? Okay.
Yeah, I knew that, but I had never been married before.
You had never been married
before? And that was never nothing that was big on my list. I never really cared.
So you mean prior to getting married, you had marriage wasn't on your mind?
No.
Oh, wow. That's the first to hear that from a woman, really.
No.
What did you see yourself? And maybe how y'all been together 5 years. What did you see yourself 5 years from now?
Well, I had my daughter,
Mm-hmm.
I was a single mother.
Okay.
And at this time, she was like a teenager. But, it's been me and her.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say I've never been lonely.
Okay.
But I never, I never was like, oh, I got to get married, or telling somebody, oh, you better marry me, or else. That was never nothing that I talked about. Like, even when me and him got married, I had no plans. He planned everything. I had nothing where I had thought about how I wanted to, what kind of dress, who I wanted to be in, none of that. Wow. So I'm like, just do what you do. You get married, and that was that, and that's how we did it.
Okay. Okay. How long were you married in your first marriage, Ken? How long were you?
I was married about 7, 8 years.
7, 8 years.
Yeah.
What kind of man were you? Do you know the mistakes that you made in your first marriage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I do.
Why are you a different man today?
I'm more mature.
Okay.
Back then I was immature, and I did a lot of things I regret. My philosophy has changed. I thought, I'm gonna do this and that, and because I'm doing this and that, I'm gonna do what I want.
Gotcha.
I had that type of philosophy, and that's not right.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Okay.
So, I heard a lot of people say, I would never do it again, but I didn't want to meet someone like my wife and punish her for the mistakes I made in my past, where I was saying, well, I tried it before and it didn't work, so I'm not gonna try it with you. But like I say, bro, when I tell all the young brothers, I got a young brother right now, him and his wife, him and his girl are engaged, gonna get married. And I told him it's a beautiful thing. A lot of men don't think it is. With the right person, it's a beautiful thing, but it can't be all. The hard part is it has to be compromised.
Absolutely.
It can't be all my way or her way. You're supposed to come together as a unit, as one,
right,
for the betterment of both. And when you have that mindset, I think you can succeed.
Absolutely. There has to be some compromise, has to be some give and take, and you have to go into it the mindset, what can I do to make my partner's life easier?
Right.
And I think when you go into it with that mindset, you can't do nothing but win. You just, what can I do when I wake up and when your feet hit the ground in the morning, what can I do to make Brandy's life a little easier today? What can I do to make Ken's life a little easier today? And we're human. We're going to fall. We're going to make mistakes, and you have to give each other that grace for those mistakes to happen and not punish one another. But no, we're going to make mistakes, And the thing is, you're not going to always like each other either. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I love you. You my girl. You know what I'm saying? You're my best friend. And whatever I can do to make life easier for you, that's what I do. Yeah. Seeing as Brandy had never been married before, but Ken, you has your definition of marriage changed?
No, I grew up was blessed to have a 2-parent household.
Okay.
So I grew up in a marriage.
Okay.
And, my parents were married forever. So I always believed in it.
Okay.
I always thought, it was, what you did.
Okay.
So no, my definition hasn't changed.
Are your parents still together?
They were. Unfortunately, my father, he passed away.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, I'm pretty sad. Okay. But they until over 50 years, brother.
Man.
And all of, all like everybody, all of us were blessed because everybody, mom and dad was there. And if the dad wasn't at the home, he was in the light.
Picture. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we were blessed, and I didn't realize that till I got older. And you hear other people's stories that they didn't grow up like that.
Yeah. So you had a template in which to work from.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, that is awesome, man. Yeah, that's good to hear. What is the one thing now that you both are married and you've been married 5 years, what is the one thing, what one piece of advice would you give your younger self 5 years prior to about being married? Like what's the advice you would give yourself? Do y'all have children together?
No.
Okay.
We got a blended family.
We got a blended family. Okay.
We don't have any children together.
What is the one piece of advice you would give yourself?
About being
married. Not necessarily him, just being married, period.
I mean,
going into it. Now that you've been married 5 years.
Just stay secure.
Okay.
With yourself. Just always work on being the best you.
Okay.
I feel like if I be the best me, that's going to attract him. if I'm steady working on me and trying to be the best person I could be, he ain't gonna be able to help but to love that.
Okay. I hear
So
that. I love your
could
confidence.
just do all that you could do. I'm be the best woman I can be. Cook them some good meals when I had time. And
all right. What do you do for a living?
I'm a hairstylist and a real estate agent.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, so I'm busy.
Multiple streams of income. I hear you, sister. What about you, Ken? What you do?
I'm still working at the plant.
Okay.
I've been working since high school, 34 years.
Okay. Do you consider yourself a good husband or a good wife? How and why? And was there ever a time you felt like you were not?
I think you always, at some point in your relationship, when you've been together, you always go back and say, maybe I could have did this differently.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm a good husband. Okay. She's a great wife to me, no matter what she said.
Okay.
I didn't, she doesn't know the things that she drew. You know what I'm saying? What she says is true. She, just being her, drew me to want to be with her. Mm-hmm. And she didn't change, when we got married. I think I'm a good husband. I'm not perfect, though, at any means. Right. I know I do things that she don't like. But I always just wanted to show her. I always told her, right, from the beginning. Mm-hmm. I told her, if we never know more than friends, you got a soldier with you. You know what I'm saying? That's what I told her from the beginning. We never be no more than friends. Okay. You got a soldier with you. And that's just, I wanted her to know that, I had her and I wanted to see her win. Yeah. And, that was all. But I've done some things, I smoke. She don't like that. I'm not, the chef. Okay. She doesn't particularly, everybody likes to come home to somebody. I'll go buy it. Yeah. She wants me to do it myself.
Right. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And, but I think we have a beautiful partnership.
Okay. What about you, Brandy?
Do I think?
Do you think you're a good wife? How and why?
I do. Mm-hmm. I do. I think I'm a good wife, especially coming from a place that I never thought that
you would be.
Yeah. So I do. Okay. I like it. I like caring for somebody. Okay. I love him being there. I love the security that he gives me. Uh-huh. Like, I don't worry. Like, me working 2 jobs, I still live a soft life. Mm-hmm. I'm busy every day, but I still have a soft life. He don't pressure me. You know what I'm saying?
I was going to ask you to expound on that. What do you mean
he
soft
doesn't.
life?
I can go and relax and worry about myself and you know what I'm saying, without nobody bother. I could just work on, relaxing, just not being stressed. Right. And worried is a soft life. Okay. And he allows for that. He's really easy. I love that about him, because I'll do anything for him. Okay. But he don't require much at all. Okay.
We like, simple.
Well, baby, I'll be like, baby, what you want to eat? I'll get you some. He'll be like, baby, I can take a sandwich or something. He just make it so easy for me. That's what's up. How could you not love that?
Right. How's your relationship with your daughter?
Great.
Okay. Right. How old was she when y'all got together?
She was about
14.
She was 14?
Yeah. When I,
when you started coming around?
Yeah, she had how that, she my daughter, bro.
Absolutely. That's why I said it like that. Yeah.
Me and her daddy share.
Mm-hmm. You got a good relationship with him?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, me and him cool. That's what's up. What I'm saying? When we had that discussion, when I was trying to tell her, where I wanted our relationship to go, she mentioned to me that she had a child. At that point, I didn't really have a relationship with her daughter because she didn't, she didn't let me around her. Right. You know what I'm saying?
That's huge because, especially if you didn't know where the things were going. Was that your mindset? Like, I'm not going to bring him around my daughter because I don't know where things are going, or you just...
That's just kind of how it was.
Okay.
Like if you coming over, like if I'm not, kicking it with you like that, or you come, we can sit outside. Even though this is my house.
Right.
But we gonna sit outside like I live with my parents, because
I sat outside many a day.
Absolutely. You sat outside many a day.
I sat outside many a day. I remember when she let me in finally. I was geek, bro. We had sat in that driveway. She let me in. I was geek. And she explained, that was important to her, which it is. I got 2 sons, and I can totally understand that. Yeah. So me and her daughter developed a relationship at 14. We
Okay.
ain't looked back.
And and that was he got me kind of like that, because once we start, getting a little serious, he know I don't like getting up in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So he got off around in the morning time. He would come and pick her up and take her to school every morning.
Mm.
Just to show the commitment and that I was willing.
Okay.
To at
and
least
they got
try
to know
it.
each other.
Yeah, that's how we got to know each other.
All right. How's with the blended family? How do your sons? Is everybody in the home or?
Well, everybody grown.
Okay. Okay.
Our daughter is still with us, but both my sons, my youngest son, he's at Western Michigan right now.
Okay.
My oldest son, he's doing excellent. He's a certified public accountant. We love each other.
Okay.
We family. That they love her.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's what's up.
It's just the new age.
Yeah. How's your relationship with the mother?
With his kids'
yes.
mother.
They don't have no relationship.
No, we don't have no relationship. It was like, we spoke. We talked to each other and everything. Clash, once or twice. But my thing is, I let you do that. Mm-hmm. With your kids and her, and all that. I don't have to be involved with how you parent your kids. I don't have to be involved with that. So he did what he did, with his son, and me and her, we didn't have, it was older, so we didn't have no reason to, So she probably wouldn't have wanted to, but
right. It's not like it's no beef.
Okay.
Yeah,
it's not like it's no beef. It's just
Yeah, it was just. It was no reason to.
On that side, we just do our own thing. You know
gotcha,
what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
I extended the olive branch, and it's kind of knocked down. We just kept it moving.
I hear that. Do either of you have outside interests, like things that you do, like that's just for you, that don't maybe necessarily involve the other?
Sports.
And if you do have it, is it okay? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, like, I'll be honest, I love hanging out with my wife. So sometimes I feel a little guilty when I do hang out with the boys, not because nothing's going on, but because I love hanging out with her. Right. So I'm asking, is there any outside interest that either of you have that,
All he want to do is watch football, basketball. He like being at home.
Okay.
I'm more.
Ken's a homebody?
Yeah. Okay. I like to network and I like to mingle sometimes, So I have a lot of friends.
Gotcha.
I have a lot of friends. They're always doing, so they movers and shakers.
Okay.
So they gonna always have something going on. So I gotta support them because they support me. But he do his thing and I do my thing, and it's never a problem.
Gotcha.
When he go out, sometimes by the time he be out a little bit too long, I be like, "Where you at?" Because he don't never go nowhere.
Right.
So when he do, I be like.
Only she's allowed to go.
No, and not even that. He don't be wanting to go nowhere, so me and him don't go nowhere. So I be like, oh, you want to go somewhere? You don't want to take me, like, so.
I believe you got to let people be who they are.
Absolutely.
She likes to go out. There's nothing wrong with it. She's not doing nothing wrong. I totally trust her.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with her want to go meet her friends at the bar.
Yeah.
You can't hide the world from people. You can't. And that's where people mess up. You get someone, and now you done got them. Now you want them to stay where you at, and it turns people, you know what I'm saying? You have to let people, it has to be trust.
Absolutely.
Number one.
Absolutely.
And you can't, when you tell them, oh, you mad because they're going out or whatever, it causes problems. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. What do you think is the key or keys to a good and healthy marriage?
Just trust,
Okay.
Just trust your partner. Like, don't pick arguments. Don't make up things. If you don't have a reason to think that I'm doing this, you ain't nothing slap you. Why is you bothering me about something that you ain't even seen? I think people are insecure, and then they start unnecessary drama. Like, he go to work, like he said he going to work, that's where he going. Like, I don't, you don't
question that.
I don't question that. I'm not about to run up behind him.
Right.
He gonna come home and I'm good. Like, I try not to worry about
things you can't control anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
Things you can't control.
Right.
Some people want to control every aspect of every little thing.
Yeah.
And you can't do that.
Exactly.
You know, you have to worry about yourself. You know, and some people they worry so much about what the next person doing, they can't even have time to worry about themselves and keep themselves. You know, and then that's when you start getting uninterested.
Yeah,
you're nagging, and now you're uninterested.
It's funny that you mentioned trust, because most couples say communication. But you know, I was having a conversation with my wife one day, and she was saying that trust, because if I don't trust you, I can't communicate with you.
Right.
If I don't trust you, how can I communicate with you?
Right.
I can't share nothing with you.
Right.
Because most couples will say, because I've said for years, communication is key. I still believe communication is key, but I do believe trust has to be at the center of that, because it's one thing for me to communicate with you, but if I'm not clear and completely honest with you about this, like say for example, if I tell you, hey, say I got a problem with something that you did, but then I didn't tell you everything, so you walk away thinking, oh, okay, I heard what you said, so I'm gonna do it. But then because I was afraid of hurting your feelings or being completely honest, now you commit the offense again. Now we back at this place and we arguing, but is it really your fault? No, because it's my fault because I wasn't clear in my communication. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's important to be absolutely honest and clear about whatever it is. And then to know that my intentions are not bad. Don't think because I say, now, of course, I need to be careful about how I say it, but at the end of the day, as my partner, you need to understand I'm on your side, but I need to tell you how I feel. And you need to have the space and the communication to do that. You know?
Yeah,
absolutely.
And when me and Ken, when we kind of first got together, you know, because Ken was a person that he'll hold things in.
Most men
do.
So we do.
He'll be thinking something and he just hold it in. So he walking around with an attitude. And, you know, I'm not like that. I don't, whatever come up, come out. You know? I'm going to say how I feel. So I had to tell him, like, say what you think.
Yeah.
You know, so now we got a little love language and we kind of talk crazy to each other all day. You know what I'm saying? But it gives him the chance to just say whatever he's feeling. Like, I'm not going to get my feelings hurt.
Give me an example of what that looked like.
Well, you know how we, I got a little saying, you know, we got a little saying, we had to keep it at home sometimes, you know, I tell her,
this ain't PG, y'all, so you keep it real.
I just tell her,
he'll be like, shut your mouth. Yeah.
Stuff like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She get me good too, we'll get each other good, and we'll be talking, and she'll be like, shut your mouth.
Yeah, you know, so we got a little way, you know, talking to each other, but you know, we do it so much sometimes. We go out and he be like, I be like, look, not outside. Like, not outside. We don't do that.
We don't do that. Speaking of love language, has either one of you ever read that book? No. Do you know what your love language is? Do each other's love language is? I believe there's like words of affirmation, affection, gifts. What's the other one? There's 5 of them. Touch. I can't remember what the other one is. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to send y'all that just so you can take it, because I think it's important to know what your partner's love language is. If only to, because one of the things is you need to know what your partner's love language is, and then you need to be able to communicate to them in that language, just as they need to be able to communicate. And then because generally what we do is we give to the other person what we want in return. And that's really your love language. But if you not, mine is gifts. So
I'm a gifts person.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I like gifts. Yeah. My wife knows that, but my wife likes words of affirmation and touch. And I'm sorry, the other one is quality time. So but you know, they do change. You do have a primary, then you have a secondary, and sometimes they change, you know, just depending on your mood of the day. But we all have our primary love language. Mine is gifts. I like gifts.
Mine is gifts. I think his is food.
That's not on the list, Brandy.
It's food. It's food. Yes, I cook something good for him. He happy.
He happy. That's what's up. They say the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, baby. And my wife can burn too, baby. That's one thing I can say. She can cook. It's so funny because we've been vegan for probably like the last 5-6 years we've been vegan.
Okay.
And I remember waking up one day. I would have did it a lot sooner, but I didn't want to give up eggs. I saw this show on Netflix, and I had just left Sam's Club buying 2 rotisserie chickens, and I said,
"You are what you eat."
Yeah, I told my wife, I said, "You know what? I'm done."
That was the name of the show, right? You are what you eat.
Not You Are What You Eat was it was something else. I can't think of the name of it. I'll think of it while we're talking and I'll tell y'all. But anyway, I watched it and I was like, oh, I'm done. I didn't look back. I took them rotisserie chickens over to my sister and never looked back. And we did it together. We've been doing it together ever since then. Yeah.
That's how I was.
You vegan too or vegetarian?
It only lasted 24 hours. It only I'm like, oh, I didn't want to eat nothing. I'm like, from the pig Friday, went to the pig Friday. I was like,
I'm gonna have to check. Is that on Netflix? You Are What You Eat? I'm gonna have to check it out. Okay.
Yeah.
Really affected. I came home and man, she was talking, we're gonna have to. I said, wait a minute.
Ken like, oh no. Can we move slowly move into this?
Right. Wait a minute now. I don't know if I'll be able to stay married if I go vegan.
That is too funny. That is too funny. Does he still make you laugh?
Yeah.
When was the last time he made you laugh?
In the car.
In the car? What did he say?
I don't know. I don't know. But we really enjoy each other's company.
Yeah,
she still make you laugh?
I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. Going to Oak Park High School, kind of, as far as with a woman, because I couldn't compete on other stuff.
Okay.
So I had to make her laugh.
Yeah.
That was always happening. That's been my thing from a long time.
Okay.
When I was little.
Yeah.
15, I had to make her laugh. I could see the pearly white. She got a beautiful smile. I always like to see the pearl. You know what I'm saying? And when I first made her laugh, because she's so serious and she's so, cool. And I would try things and, just give you a tidbit. So I would tell her, right? So we'd be in the car. She want a little break. We're sitting in the car. I'm talking to her. And I tell her I dig her. She was like, oh, for real? Oh, that's what's up. And then she would just get out the car and leave. So I'll be sitting there when she get out. Like, wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, bro. Why you subject yourself to that? You know what I'm saying? The way she would just say it to him, she would look. She was like, yeah, okay, that's what's up. I'll let back. Just get out the car. You know what I'm saying? So, but, when I made her laugh, bro, I knew I said I'm going in the right direction.
Yeah, once they grin, they in, baby.
I said, well, I'm going in the right direction.
That's what's up. What was the last thing she did? What was the last thing you did to make her laugh?
I can't remember.
Or what did she do to make you laugh?
I'm the silly one.
Yeah, she thinks she's silly. She be laughing at all those jokes.
I'm funny.
You know what I'm saying?
You funny, Brad. You don't care what he say. You funny.
I sound like my mama because she be like, I'm funny. And I be like, no, you're not. Because they say if you got to say funny.
Listen, on the way here, she was like, I was like, put the thing out so we have. No. I was like, man, just chill, man.
Okay. Oh, wow. How important is like self-care for you guys? Like, just to have some me time. How important is that? And do you have it?
Oh, we do that all the time. Okay. We got all the me time in the world. Okay. He worked third shift. So that'd be my me time at home. Okay. And when he home, I'm gone. So yeah, we got plenty of time so that whenever we're together, we're together.
Got you.
Like there's no time where we be in the house and I be upstairs and he be downstairs. Like if we both at home, like we sit right there on that couch together. Nice. I'll complain for 4 hours straight about watching basketball. But I got a TV in every room and I could easily go upstairs and watch any other TV, but I don't. Okay. Because I'd rather sit here and watch and I like sports. Okay. But he just overdo it.
I think self-care is important to anyone. Mm-hmm. I don't think there's anything wrong with having time for yourself. Okay. And doing for yourself and still being in a committed relationship. I think a lot of times people think when you fall in love and you're committed and together, that if you go out and do something on your own or whatever, it's like you're cheating. But I look at it differently. Right. I look at it that, just like I said, she likes to go out. Mm-hmm. Right. I'm really not a bar person. I tell her I did all that. So I look at that's her me time. Yeah. She want to meet her girls. I don't have a problem with that. Mm-hmm. I know she's a beautiful woman, Al. I know men try to talk to her every day. But I tell myself it's my job to make sure that they don't have a chance.
Right.
And that's what I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I'm
You're
not afraid.
insecure.
I'm not insecure. I'm not afraid she's gonna meet somebody better than me or whatever the case may be. So like me, I like toys. I like to buy stuff. You know, I like cars. I like stuff like that. Clothes and all that.
I'm into drones. What about you?
I ain't got there yet.
Yeah.
Okay. But I was looking at them. You know, that's why I'm saying, bro. I like expensive things. You know, I like nice stuff or whatever. So that's kind of my outlet.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? She don't bother me about mine. She don't say, you know, so like, you know, she'll tell me sometime about the gym shoes, man. I don't need all them, but you know, she don't.
Oh, you a sneakerhead?
Oh man,
are you kid?
Yes, I ain't gotta wear the twaddle. Tell her man. She tell me, she be like, I got gym shoes I just wear to work. So they're my like work gym shoes I just wear to work. And she be like, look, man. She tell me all the time. She say, you got all this stuff. But I'm a working guy, so generally I wear like, you know, sweats and stuff at work because I'm going to work every day. She like, well, you got all this stuff, but you don't ever wear it. But I'm like, baby, I got it in case we need it.
It's going to fall apart.
You know what I'm saying?
When he do finally go put it on, it's going to...
Okay, so y'all both in agreement that y'all have y'all me time. How, you know, self-care is important. What about date night? How do y'all plan it? Is that planned? Do y'all have a lot of that?
It's all on me, bro. We'll do date night. She likes, I'm a planner. I like to plan stuff. My wife is sporadic. Okay. She'll say, like you'll say, like if you was to say, well, hey, when we leave here, she'll be like, all right, baby, let's do that. You know, I'll, you know, say, well, we'll do this and that. Right.
Yeah, for 2 weeks, we're going to go to such and such. I be like...
It's just predicated on my work schedule. I work a lot. And that's all. It's predicated on my work schedule. You know, a lot of times I'm at work. And that's why I love her. And because, you know, I tell like the people I work with at work, you know, she makes the ultimate sacrifices for me. We can be somewhere and be out. And it has happened numerous times. And my job has called me. They need me at work. And she'll say, go ahead, baby. You know, and so I feel that I have to. She got to be getting something out the deal. It can't be that I'm leaving her to go to work and all this is mine. I'm not doing nothing for her and all that. You know, and I love her for that. You know, she don't stand in the way of me going to get that money. She tell me, go get that money. Okay. You know what I'm saying? So I try to, you know what I'm saying, you know, give back. You know, whatever she want to do, we'll do it. You want to do this and that. I try to make sure when her day comes, you know, she feels special on her day. You know, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Because she sacrificed. She could be like, nah, you know, she could trip over that. And I've heard a lot of stories. Yeah. Where I work, like at the plant, they have problems because the job call, he want to go. She don't want him to go because he been working all week. This is her own, you know, they out about, how dare you, you know, even think about this. Yeah. You know, but she not like that. You know what I'm saying? She'll be like, you know, okay, baby, you know, you got to get that. You know, sometimes I had to tell her how much, you know, they talking. Like, they talking. They give some cheese. They talking a couple dollars. She like, all right, baby, go on and get that. You know, she sacrifices for me. You know, and that's what I love. You know.
All right. But do you think y'all need to do more dates, or like would you like to see more of that?
We could date more, you know, but it be a lot of times where he do have something. He be like, well, we gonna go somewhere, and I'll come home tired. Okay. Like, I know I'll be pressuring you about taking me somewhere, but I don't feel like it either. Okay. You know, and we'd be good, you know.
But when y'all do go out, is it planned, or is it just from on your point, like you said, just sporadic?
We don't plan dates good enough. Okay. We could do better because we be saying we want to go places, and then by the time it's time to figure out it's time to go, then we like, okay, where are we going?
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna give a plug here. I this is a place that me and my wife went to, and I actually need to go and put this place on my list of places to go, because on my channel also try to give places that you can go and have dates. It's Black owned. Okay. And I'm all about my people.
Yeah, so, for sure. Yeah.
It's called Not Twice. It's in West Bloomfield. Okay. Check it out. It's a speakeasy. Okay. Y'all will have a great time on Fridays and Saturdays. They have a live band. Okay. So check that out. It's be a nice place. The food is good. The drinks are good. Not twice.
Not twice.
Not twice.
Not twice. Okay. It's in West Bloomfield. I will have a great time. Yeah, definitely check that out. Go online, book reservations, and go over there and have a good time. Absolutely, bro. Yeah. Okay, so we do play games on this show, and the games are all inspired by Black artists. This game here is called Culture tags, yeah. And then we have naughty nice, and then we have tonight. Let's talk.
Okay.
So let me know which one of these games y'all want to play.
Let's play.
Okay, hold on. Let me let you know. So with culture tags, there are a couple different categories. Let me give you what those categories are, in case you want to do this one. So we definitely try to, like I said, we try to support everything black over, on this channel. All game artists that are black. Those games right there are pretty much games you would do at home. Like if y'all ain't got nothing to do, I'm still trying to get these folks to sponsor me so y'all can get some discount on the games. But yeah, but you can find them on Amazon.
All right, well, let's do the tags, baby.
Okay, let me give you the now the thing with the culture tags. I got to give clues, so y'all bear with me.
Okay, then we gotta guess it.
Yep. Okay, so the categories are family and friends, words to live by, TV and film, Black Twitter, church, and songs and lyrics. So y'all let me know. Do y'all want to do culture tags or would y'all like to play one of those games? Naughty nice.
Which one you want?
What's your favorite? You pick. How about that?
No. This is shows for y'all. This
like
on
that?
Okay, you want to try this?
Okay.
You sing it like that.
Let's do that. Tonight, let's talk.
Okay, let's do this.
Naughty nice?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Same premise?
What you mean?
With this guy said we got to guess it or whatever?
Well, no. It'll be like, I'm going to read the question, and it'll be like you asking it to one another.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's
shuffle the cards up a little bit. So, tell me about a time in y'all marriage where it was a difficult time and y'all was like, ooh, I got to pray about this. How we gonna make it through this? Like, what was that like? What was that time?
When we first got together,
okay,
first moved together, what's crazy, we didn't really have we've been living together longer than we've been married.
Okay,
so we really had no issues. But I ain't gonna lie, when we first got together, she was a little different because she liked to go out.
Okay.
Most women that have, they didn't really go out like she did.
Okay.
So at first, we moved in our house. It was winter time. So she had sat there with me every day. And then the summer came, bro, and she was hanging like wet clothes. So I was like, wait a minute, man. I wasn't used to that.
Okay.
Most women, they had sat at home.
Okay.
Or they,
y'all did something together.
But in her defense, that's how she had been doing it. It wasn't like she wasn't out there doing nothing wrong. And it was. At first, it was hard for me. We argued over it. And, we both, I'm not going to lie, in the beginning, and we both didn't know if we had made the right choice.
Okay.
But what I had to do is I had to look at myself. What she was doing, it wasn't like, when I say going out, bro, I'm not talking about her coming home at 2, 3 in the morning. She would be home at 11, 12 o'clock. Okay. So it wasn't like she was at the bar at 2, 3 in the morning. Yeah. She would tell me everybody she was going with, I knew. I knew where she was at. I knew who she was with. I was just tripping.
You just had to make an adjustment.
Yeah, I had to make an adjustment. I was just like, look, man, this is what she like to do. She ain't doing nothing wrong. And she would tell me, you want to come or whatever. And, sometimes I came, but most times, like I told you, I sit at home. Yeah. So once we made it through that was it.
That was it?
That was it. Like you say, she tells me what's wrong with her, which, what I'm saying? She has no problem. And I don't have no issues. We discuss, what I'm saying? I believe what you say, communication is very important.
Absolutely.
It's very important. You have to be able to communicate. You have to have someone to communicate to. My only issue sometimes with her, she always communicates with me, and sometimes I just have to tell her your presentation.
Okay.
Because she thinks she's sometimes she come off and she be like, "What you mean?" I be like, "Look how you talking to me."
What's your sign, Brandy? Virgo. What's yours, Ken?
Aries. So we I never was into astrology.
Right. Yeah.
She was giving me every excuse not to be with me. So she said, I looked our signs up, and we're not compatible. That's what she told me. So I looked it up. I don't even look at it. I looked it up. It's showing up. But I told that shit wrong. That stuff there is wrong.
Right. My wife is Aries too.
Yeah.
Okay. So Brandy, how did you navigate through that turbulent time in your marriage? And what would you, if you had to guesstimate, like how long did it last?
It don't usually last long. The thing about me,
I'm talking about that issue.
That issue, me hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Probably till it got cold again.
Okay.
When it get hot again, I'm gonna be outside.
You gonna be outside? She said she gonna be outside. Brandy said she gonna be outside.
You know, I tell him like, you know, I've been in the house all winter.
Right.
You know, and he was like loving it, and I'm like, look, hey, don't get happy because you know summer coming.
All right. Okay, so we're gonna do maybe about 4 questions. Okay, here's the first one. You notice the waiter or waitress gave your partner their phone number on a receipt, but your partner didn't tell you. What do? A, nothing. B, ask your partner if they notice. C, fuss your partner out. Or D, break up with your partner.
All right, I can ask for her. She gonna say something.
I'm gonna say something to who?
To me.
I'm gonna ask you, did you notice the number?
Yeah, okay.
I would do the same.
Okay.
Because, you know, before I always jump to any conclusions, you know, like I say, bro, she's an attractive woman. And okay. I don't doubt what these men try to do. But I try to let them know if they cross the line in front of me, it's not that I address it, but not in a, well, we got to fight type thing. I'm like, dang, bro, what's up with that?
Right.
One time we went to Teresa's, and my man was talking to Brandy so tough, right? I just walked up. I said, I know she fine, dog. He just broke out laughing. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know.
And you know, most women, at least most black women, and it's been my experience, like, because especially now, things can pop off and escalate so fast. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think women have to do a great job of de-escalating that.
Look, before you go ahead, we had another little. Me and her went to what was that? Chili's or Applebee's? Was it Chili's? We was at Chili's at the bar. So my man blew out. I'm sitting here, my wife's sitting there, and he said, "Where you at?" So he blew out. He tells her, "What you doing with this white boy?"
Whoa!
Right? So
no, that's not how it went.
Okay.
Ain't that what he said?
He was tipsy.
Okay.
He was really drunk.
Okay.
We could tell. And so he kept talking, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, when I be with my white girlfriend,
black guy?
such and such. Yeah, he was a black guy.
That's how he was talking.
You know, he was like, when I be with my white girlfriend, you know, but I'm listening to him, but I'm not really paying attention. And then he was like, yeah, man, what you think the difference between white girls and black girls is, right? And I said, wait a minute. I said, you think he white?
Oh, that's how it works?
Yeah. Okay. He was like, yeah, he white.
I thought he said, what you doing with that white boy?
No, he didn't say that.
That's what he said.
He was talking like, you know, people be looking, you know, when I be with my white girl, you know, I really wasn't, it didn't catch on at first.
Okay.
Until he asked Ken, like, what's the difference between, what you think the difference between black girls and white? I said, you think he white? Because I'm like, why are you asking that? And he was like, yeah. Wow. And I was like, no, he ain't. He was like, yes, he is. But we just ignored it, kept on talking about it.
Baby just squashed it.
Okay. Yeah.
He was trying to get kind of loud, I felt.
Yeah.
But I didn't even say
we just
nothing.
laughed.
Okay.
I laughed. I thought it was, it tickled me.
Okay.
You know,
Baby handled it.
I always
sat there and ate.
tease him about being light-skinned. So I was a little tickled by it.
It's like you say,
but,
you know, things could get to so quick.
And we don't have to, everything don't have to go there.
Yeah.
You know,
and then at the end, you'd be like, well, what happened?
Yeah.
Be like, it was something minor.
It was something minor.
It wasn't even worth all.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Especially, you know.
That could have got.
Yeah, because everybody carrying now.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I worry about. You know what I'm saying? So everybody carrying.
And they want to use it
so quick, so fast.
I try to diffuse it. As long as he ain't completely disrespectful.
Yeah.
I'm trying to diffuse it, bro. You know, whatever.
Everybody wants, you got a family to go home to, so do I. Let's just, you know what I'm saying, keep it moving. Okay, here's the next question. A man says he doesn't like labels because commitment is shown through action, not expressed through words. What is he? A fuckboy, B, a realist, C, sketchy, or D, other?
Other.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Why you say other?
Because he gonna end up looking stupid.
No, I say other.
Somebody else.
You think he's slick.
Okay.
He want everything without, you know what I'm saying? Without saying you my woman.
Right.
I mean, as men, we've all, I believe, all been there.
Did it. Yeah, we
know what I'm
did
saying?
it before.
You know what I'm saying? I want you to do them womanly things, but I don't want to give you that type.
Okay.
Right.
You know,
But then you'll end up with somebody else and they'll be like, well, wait a minute. I thought, no. You said it wasn't no labels. So, yeah.
Let me ask you this, because I have a show that I do on Thursday nights. It's called Let's Argue. I've just started it back.
I saw it, Let's Argue.
Yeah. I kind of stopped for a minute because I lost my mom in October, so I was trying to keep it. Yeah, I appreciate that, brother. Yeah, so I'm trying to get back into doing that. So the subject of that show is going to be, can men and women truly be friends and have a mutual beneficial relationship without sex being involved? What do y'all think? And let me just add this to it. Do either one of you have some friends of the opposite sex?
No, he got co-workers. I got people that I don't work with. I know a lot of guys, you know, but nobody that I feel like, oh, I gotta invite them out, or I gotta go out. You know, it's nothing like that. It's nobody where Ken talking all day. Yeah, this is my homegirl, such and such. No, nothing like that.
Okay.
Like that. No.
Okay. Yeah. Your two best friends both say they saw your partner cheating, but weren't able to get evidence or proof. What would you do next? A, ignore them. B, ask your partner about it. C, try to set your partner up to cheat. Or D, investigate on your own.
I would probably investigate on my own, because coming from it depends on the source.
Okay.
If my best friend, my girl, if she told me, then I would know it's serious, because she know how I feel about that. You see my man, you mind your business.
Mm-hmm.
If she feel like she got to come to me and tell me, I know it's serious.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'll probably flat out ask them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, mostly anybody else, I probably would tell them to mind their business.
Okay.
I wouldn't say anything to the person who told me, or I wouldn't say anything to her. You know, how I really knew I cared for her was that I told her a long time ago, don't nobody have to tell me nothing about you.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
When things wasn't right between us, I felt it.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't nobody tell me nothing. I just, we went through a period, when we was courting or whatever. And, it just, I could feel it. When I'm into you, nobody has to tell me anything.
Okay.
I know you. I spend every day with you. I can tell when things are
off, right?
So I would know myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, I just hope, we don't get to that.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Right. Okay, there's going to be one more question, and we'll get back to the thing. I just kind of like to do this just to kind of break things up. Right. All right, so a woman kicked her husband out of the house after a heated argument. A week later, she admitted she was wrong, but then found a box of unopened condoms in his car. Who was wrong? A, he was, of course. B, she was for kicking her husband out. Or C, they were both. Or D, neither were wrong.
B,
she
was for kicking her husband out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I believe both to some degree.
Okay.
Sometimes how am I gonna say this? Sometimes things happen and you've been looking for an excuse to do whatever. And maybe that could have been that.
Uh-huh.
Maybe she kicked him out the house because, whatever.
Right.
So I think they both were wrong.
Okay.
When you go looking for stuff,
you sometimes
you're
find
it.
You're gonna find it.
Yeah.
Yeah. We answered that. If you could describe your marriage in 5 words or less, and you don't have to stick to that, how would you describe it? How would you describe your marriage?
We're happy, committed. I would just say we're happy and committed to each other. You know what I'm saying? I always told her, bro, that from the moment that I really, really, got to know her, I felt at that point. I already told her I thought me and her make a hell of a team. I always thought that. You know what I'm saying? I just had to convince her of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What about you, Brandy? How would you describe your marriage?
Stable.
Stable?
Yeah.
Okay. What season would you say your marriage is? Like sometimes some marriages, I asked a couple this and they said they were in the season of, like you have spring, summer, winter, fall. is it in winter? Is it kind of cold? Or is it summer? Is fun? Or is it spring and things are new? Or you're in a season of rebuilding? You know what? How would you describe it?
Spring, summer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like we good.
Yeah, we always hot.
Okay.
Yeah,
She said always
yeah,
hot.
Always hot.
Yeah.
Speaking of hot, we about to go there. Who initiates the intimacy? Who's the more aggressive in as far as sex is concerned?
Well, it was always me.
Okay.
Always. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
She let me know, from time to time. I love that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But, it always be. I always been an owner. You know what I'm saying? Always been an owner.
Okay. Okay. All right. How do you let your husband know you want it to go down? Do you tell him? Like, I'm sure.
She can't say what she was saying. So we can't say it on here, bro.
I told you, we talk real crazy.
Okay.
You can't say what she was telling me. She would just tell me, you ready? Woo, woo. So we can't say it.
I told you, we talk crazy.
Okay. All right. We'll leave that alone. Oh, man, that's too crazy.
Once you get your show on.
Let's see here. Y'all, I know you told me there was that one time y'all had difficulty in your marriage. So was there ever a time, like, besides that one incident that you, like, kind of wanted to call it quits? Or was that just that one incident?
It was never what we was calling quits.
Okay.
It was never that.
Okay.
I just, it was new.
Okay.
We had just got together, and I thought, well, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
maybe we wasn't ready for that.
Okay.
But I don't, as far as I don't, it's never, I've told her some things. I done got upset, said some things, she harping to me. And I said, well, if you're unhappy, you could go. But I don't mean it.
Yeah.
At all.
Okay.
I don't.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I don't, I don't want to see you leave me or whatever. But I don't believe any time where we thought we didn't want to be together. Okay. At least not on my end.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Same. Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Now your kids, they do, like, the kids all know one another. Everybody gets along well.
Yeah, they don't interact, but they know each other.
Okay.
They're young.
They young adults.
Everybody doing their own thing.
Life.
But they know one another. They was running. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right.
How do you, like, as far as, like, the communication piece of it? I know you guys say, we talked about how communication and trust is important. Like, when there's really something important that you need to say to your partner, like, how do you sit them down and say, hey, there's really something I need to share with you? Like, what does that look like?
She just come home and tell me.
We just talk crazy all day. We just be like, yo, you did this, and then it be that. Like, either he gonna have attitude or I'm gonna have attitude, but we gonna go on about our business, and we all always sleep in the same bed.
Okay, let's unpack that. So let me ask you this. So there's never been a time where y'all got mad and you slept on the couch, or you slept on the couch?
One time I went to my mama. That was one time.
Okay.
It was over some heat. We had a misunderstanding. Our air conditioner went out.
Don't even tell me.
And we had it over some fans. We had a miscommunication over some fans. Our air had went out. It was real hot at the house. And we had some miscommunications over some fans, a little argument over the fan. I threw the fan and broke the fan. So I left and went to, that was the only time in the we've been living together 7 years. That's the only night, other than, like, if one of us was, like, out of town, other than that one night, I went to my mom's.
Oh,
okay. And came home, just all that stuff I left.
You had to clean up. If you, when your kids decide to get married, what advice will you give them?
I really wouldn't have to give no advice. I figured that she would probably lead by example, like I did.
Okay.
That's why I'm happy that me and him was able to get together while she was still, at an age where she could see, a healthy relationship.
Are you guys affectionate around the kids?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I tell her,
kisses, you slap her on the butt, Ken?
Yeah, all that. I tell my sons, our sons, I just tell them, my one son's real. So I just tell him, he got a girl. I just tell him, look, you can't take care of yourself. So make sure you protect yourself.
Okay.
Baby girl it's a little different for a woman, I believe. And I tell her, marry because you love him. That's the only thing that lasts. Marry for love.
Okay.
You don't marry because, y'all may have a baby. You don't marry him because he got that bread. Because when you get used to that lifestyle, and if you done married this gorilla, but he got all this money, now you got to be intimate with this man. Now, once you get tired of this lifestyle, but if you love someone.
Or what if the lifestyle falls off?
You can't keep it.
Yeah, what if you can't keep it?
Right.
Yeah.
Love to me is the only thing, brother, that's going to go through everything, them valleys and peaks. Because marriage is, I tell people, it is rough. You have rough times. And, you know what I'm saying? I was at the car wash today. I was washing my truck. And I was upset about my rim.
What happened to your rim, kid?
I believe she hit the curb in my truck.
Your wife?
She drove it. And it's cool. I mean, we gonna trip on it. We gonna trip on it. My man watching me. He's like, hey, man, somebody hit your arm. Look. So I took a picture of it, right? And sent it to her. And she hit me back. She was like, did you do that? I didn't even say that.
I didn't do it.
You didn't do it, Brandy.
But love conquers all in the end. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I tell people, to me, Al, people get married for the wrong reasons.
Okay.
He done bought you this big ring, and so you don't marry, or he done came with this little ring, and love is not about that. It's not about how big the ring is. It's not about who gonna pay the bills. It's not about having no big wedding. Marriage is about y'all love each other, and y'all want to be together the rest of your life. Hopefully, you're committed to one another.
Okay.
To build together.
Yeah.
And when you have that, it works. But when you
build on superficial stuff.
What I always thought was great about me and my wife is that we emotionally connect out the gate. A lot of people connect physically out the gate.
Yeah.
And then when that wears off or you get tired of that, there's nothing else. Me and her, emotionally connected. You know what I'm saying? We were, like I said, we were friends years before we did anything. She was my girl.
Yeah.
That was my dog. So I was like, this. I used to be like, man, this woman is, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I had so much fun with her. I didn't want to see her leave. But, she wasn't here when I was talking then. You know what I'm saying? But I told myself, if she ever give me the chance.
I think that's what made him like me more, though. Because
it wasn't really the chase.
Okay.
It wasn't that.
I think it was.
I
think it was. I think if I had gave in right away, I don't think he would have been really interested.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah, y'all. I definitely appreciate the authenticity. This was great. So, you said you don't really have any advice for your kids. What about you, Ken? What advice would you give your kids?
Well, I would tell baby girl what I'm telling you. That's why I'm sorry. Maybe I got off track.
That's
okay. Married for love.
Okay.
You married because you love them.
What about your son?
My son, my sons, I tell them the same thing. Love is the key. But what I tell all three of them the same thing. I try to play devil's advocate.
Okay.
And I say, just like my daughter, my youngest son, he's doing excellent now. He's in the acting and all this other stuff.
Good.
And I was trying. He gets some attention through it. She does as well. She's a very beautiful woman. And sometimes people give you unwanted attention that you don't really want.
Right.
And you had to know how to deal with that.
Okay.
You got to know. I said, wait a minute, hold up, you in my space.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And I tell her and him, if they showing that crazy stuff, that's not gonna change. And then when you accept it, say they do something, and this is just hypothetical. There ain't none of this.
You speaking about when they're dating, or
right? I'm talking about when they're in a relationship with someone. Red flags. So say she's in a relationship and dude slap her, right?
Ooh.
And he, she don't tell us, and then he tell her, I'm sorry, this and that, and she accepts. She said, okay. She thinks she loves him. Whoa. Not you accepted it. To him, you accepted it. He did this. I tell my son the same thing. I said, if my youngest son, if the girl come on you and she all on you, she wants you to have sex with her or whatever the case may be, ultra aggressive, you got to be a man and say, hold up, you pump your brakes, so they know how to deal with it. And all I'm trying to tell them is if you have red flags in the beginning, certain red flags you should not let go.
Right, yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
Right.
And I'm not saying it, but violence, putting their hands on you, that stalking, all them threats.
Yeah.
Them are, in my opinion, red flags you shouldn't know. We've all know people that are in dysfunctional, volatile relationships, and they call you when it's wrong, and you tell them, you know what's going on, but they go back. It's a vicious cycle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can't. It's nothing that you can do. That person has to decide, this is enough for me.
Enough for me, yeah.
You know, you can go over there all you want. You know, I tell many men, you know, and I'm not trying to bash no gender or anything.
Yeah.
Many men go to prison because a woman has called them and say this and that happened.
And some have lost their life.
Right. And you go over there and you end up in prison or you lose your life. You have to be very careful with those types of things. Of course, you got your sister call, you gotta. Certain people you gotta go.
Right.
Anybody touch baby, we there.
Yeah.
No question. But I want, you know, as a parent, Al, you can't, I tell many parents, you can't be there to make every decision for your child.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So what I believe in, I try to instill in them that when I ain't around, they make the right decision. And that's what I'm hoping.
Okay.
You know, because we can't be there to make it. You hoping like, dang, he told me about this. You know, I'm gonna, you know, so they'll know. Right. You know, and that's all you can do. That's all you just hope and pray. That's all you can give them the knowledge and hope that they use it. You know, and we have, like I say, man, 3 beautiful kids. Everybody's doing excellent. You know, I told her, my daughter took me, I had to go hit a bell tire, get my other car. And I told her, I said, I love you. I love how you carry yourself. I love what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? You keep it up. You know, I told her all the time. I told her, when a man know he can't play you, he'll treat you a certain way.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. You gotta set the ground rules early.
I told her when he tell you, when a man, I told her when she was young, I said, when he buy you something and he tell you you owe him this and that, you tell him, like, I owe you nothing. That was charity. And if you wanted something for you, should have told me. I said, he'll never play you like that again. You know, so I just try to school her, you know.
Right. That's what's up. That's what's up. Doing this, is there anything that, well, you know what, before I ask y'all that question, because I usually close with that, let me ask y'all a couple more questions from the game. All right. Would you tell your partner if you were turned on by their sibling? A, no, that's stupid. B, yes, I believe in honesty. C, no, but if it got worse, I would. D, yes, but only as part of breaking up and up to try for the sibling.
No.
It's 0 for me. I can't even look at her people like that. Okay. It's just a whole nother vibe. Okay. I mean, that's my sister.
Right.
Period. That's it.
Okay.
Baby girl, our daughter.
Right.
That's it. You know, ain't no, you know, I don't, you know, I just don't believe in that. Gotcha. I mean, my eyes are for her. She my wife. I would never, ever even look, you know, at her sister at anything more than my sister. Gotcha. That's it. That's how I do it.
All right. Your soulmate requires you to make a change in your diet for the relationship to continue. Would you? No. A, no, that's controlling. B, yes, love will keep you keep you full no matter what. C, it depends on what the change is. Or D, only if they'll make a change of choice too.
B.
C and D.
C and D? And you said B?
What?
B is yes, love will keep you full no matter what.
Yeah, well, I would change, she changed my diet for me. She already did it. You know what I'm saying? I was eating some others.
And what did you say?
C and D.
C and D. So C is it depends on what the change is, and D only if they'll make the change of your choice too. Okay. All right. What cheers you up most? A, food. B, funny memes. A, alone time. Or D, sex.
All of them, man.
All of them? Yeah.
All of the above?
I choose one of them.
Bro, you want me to rate them?
Okay. All right. All of them.
Which would mean the most to you? A warm, oiled, full body massage after a long day of work. B, a surprise out of the country trip. C, a diamond necklace and matching bracelet just because. Or D, a home cooked dinner, a foot rub while you ate.
Ooh. What's that? B and C?
B and C, a surprise out of the country trip. And C is a diamond necklace and a matching bracelet just because.
Yeah.
What about you, kid?
Probably, what was the last one?
The at home cooked meal and the foot rub.
Yeah, that would be great.
That would be great.
That would be cool.
Tell me something. Since we've been sitting here talking, is there anything that you've learned about one another that you didn't know before?
I know she won't change her diet for me.
What about you, Brandon? Is there anything that you didn't know about your husband before that you learned since?
No, it was just the smoking. He deceived me with that.
He deceived. So you didn't know he smoked prior to y'all getting together?
Like my barber, my barber is her friend.
Okay.
Right? So he know I smoke. So he cracked on me one day.
Trees or cigarettes?
All of it.
Okay.
So she was like, "How did you get her?" He cut my hair, smoking them Newports. So I said, I didn't show her till it was too late. I wasn't around her. As you can see, I wasn't around her that long.
Okay.
Maybe an hour or two. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So she didn't, and then I had to wait till I was really for sure that she was for sure. But I'm going to quit it, though.
Okay.
It's a very bad habit. Okay. But once I,
There's so positive, he going to quit, bro.
Yeah,
don't want to.
It's a her. I'm sure it's a her. I ain't never smoked, so I don't know.
She don't even try. And it's funny to me because, like, you did all that to keep from smoking around me before you knew that, I was into you. But now you act like you can't go without one. Like, that bothers me.
Okay.
I deal with it because I love them.
Okay.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
But
I'm working on it, though.
That's the one thing that you would love to see change is the smoking.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She love you. She want to keep you around, brother.
Yeah.
The smoking. Yeah. So I definitely.
I mean, that's bad for his health and mine.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Well, I do want to say thank you both.
Hey, thank you as well, bro.
Yeah, I want to thank you both for coming on here on Black Marriage Chronicles and sharing your story. I don't take folks like yourself lightly allowing us into your marriage. This is a sacred space.
Right.
And allowing us in, being honest about the trials and tribulation and the highs and the lows of your marriage. You know what I'm saying? It's not easy. I've had many people before I started this, I'm doing this. Like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. I ask them, oh no, we're not in a good space. And don't get me wrong, I'm not knocking those folks. I respect it. I totally get it. But thank you to not only you, but everybody who has participated in this this platform. I really greatly appreciate it. It's helping the channel grow. So I definitely want you guys to definitely, if you haven't already subscribe to the channel, share with your friends and anybody else you think that might be interested.
We're going to try to make you go viral today.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. But it is, the goal of this is to bring the Black community back.
Right.
Let people know Black love does exist.
Right.
And it's a beautiful thing.
Right. And we ain't just out here robbing and stealing. We're doing more than that.
That part right there, brother. Absolutely. We taking care of our kids.
Right.
We taking care of our wives.
Right.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It is some good Black people out here.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's why I want to do it in person.
Thank you so much.
Because I'm like, this is personal.
That is what she told me, bro. She said, if I'm going to tell, this is what she told me, real talk. She said, if I'm gonna tell him my personal, I want to be right there with him. And that's what she told me.
Give me some.
That's what she told me. That's why I hit you. I said, man, she like to do it. I'm lazy.
Right.
I'm like, we can be at the crib. We ain't gotta go nowhere. She was like, nah, if I'm gonna tell him, I said, okay, man, I told her that ain't no issue.
Absolutely. Well, I definitely thank you, Brandy.
We're always willing to come back, do an update or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We truly enjoyed it.
Absolutely. My goal is once I get to a certain level with this, I want to get a reunion and get all the couples together and just kind of go around. I want you to tell me what you thought about the show. What was your experience? You know what I'm saying? And then we definitely go revisit this. We'll have another conversation about some other stuff. And as I mentioned earlier, I want to get the brothers together. Because I think we need to support one another.
That is true.
We need to support one another. You know what I'm saying? We don't really have that. And then I would like to even do a show to have the wives, now when the husbands ain't around, and see what they're really saying. Have the husbands in another room. Oh, for real? That's how you feel? But yeah, I want to get that. And then the same thing with the husbands and have them on. So yeah. So I got a lot of different things I want to do with this show. But again, thank you so very much. I always like to pray things out at the end. No, would you guys like to pray us out?
Sure.
Absolutely. All right. Well, let's bow our heads and close it out.
Go ahead, baby.
No, him.
Okay, you want me to close it out?
Yeah,
All right.
ahead,
Well, Father God, we just want to thank you, Lord, for Ken and Brandy Maynard. We appreciate their presence today. We appreciate their honesty, Father God. We appreciate them allowing us into this sacred thing we call marriage, Lord, for their honesty and openness, Lord. We just hope that the things that they share today about their personal things about their marriage, that it helps someone else. And that is the goal of this platform, to help other couples, either who are married and in a tough spot, or people who are thinking about getting married. And just to let them know, when the rubber meets the road, you can make it. You just got to put in the work. Marriage is not easy, but we thank you, Father God, especially when you are at the head of our life, because through you, all things are possible. And we just pray and thank you in the mighty name of Christ. Amen.
Amen.
All right. All right. Well, thank you so much. Again, I appreciate you. Y'all can take those bottles of water with you. That y'all.
Thank you as well.
Yep. Thank you so very much. All right. With that, guys, I'm going to leave you in peace. This is another episode of Black Marriage Chronicles. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll catch you next time.